Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen, ladies, welcome back to the Officer Tatum Show. We got a whole bunch of crazy stuff to talk about today. Black folks still out here cutting it up like they ain't never had a daddy in their life. A man got tased in the face by a feckless security guard. You know he going to jail. Chris Johnson with ALS, which was one of the saddest things that I've seen. We may end up getting to that story. I'm not sure. If we get to the end of the show, we may not do that story until tomorrow. But Chris Johnson, the record-breaking running back and played for the Tennessee Titans, literally was the fastest man on planet Earth for a while, and now he have ALS. It's very sad to see. Mamdani is a complete nut job, and I don't know how y'all voted for him. I'm going to prove to you how socialism does not work and why this guy is a nightmare to the United States of America. But before we get to any of that, I got to slap Tucker in the face one more time, proverbially. I just want y'all just to stick around for this first part and just listen to the evidence of how ridiculous he is. Welcome to the Officer Tatum Show.
I want everybody in this room to have that same spirit, that same identity carried in your life.
Make sure that you go through life and find your purpose.
And we don't do this just to get a pat on the back. We do it because we came here to win.
And it starts with you understanding that God has a purpose for you.
This is the time to be more bold than ever before.
We're all Americans at the end of the day, and we should love one another. We should be focused on what's right for our country. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. I look a little slumped there. I need to sit up straight because it's time for business, baby. All right, members, thank you so much for all the members joining, being a part of the Tatum membership program. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for the support. We keep growing and growing every single month, and it's exciting, and I'm glad that we can service you guys and give you extra content. Let us know. We'll post a post on the community tab to get some feedback. Tell me some things that you want us to add to it, things that we need to improve on, all of the above. I would love to hear from the Tatum members. All right, let's get to Tucker Carlson real quick. Why do you talk about Tucker Carlson, Brandon? Because the things that he say is so ridiculous. It's actually like I feel a sense of frustration that people be letting him get away with the stupidest, craziest stuff. If I ever said half of this stuff that this fool is saying, y'all would disown me. How does he get away? How do people still follow this dude? I want to show y'all just a quick highlight of the hypocrisy from Tucker, just lying. And then I'm going to show you a clip where he lied on me. Just completely lied. Roll the clip.
Raised some eyebrows this week when you said that Hamas is more like a political organization than a terror group.
I didn't say that.
Hamas is a group of jihadis. They're Islamic extremists, which they also claim constantly, which I don't know if that's true, by the way. It seems more like a political organization.
I didn't say that.
You've been talking on your show about whether Trump is the Antichrist.
I have not said that.
On your show, you said, could this be the Antichrist?
I actually did not say, could this be the Antichrist?
Could this be the Antichrist?
I don't know where that comes from, but I know that those words
this sorry son of... All right, keep going.
Never left my lips.
You were on a podcast yesterday and you said you think Israel killed Charlie Kirk.
I did not say that. I did not say that. I've never said that.
Charlie Kirk was murdered. I believe he was most likely murdered for his evolving views on Israel.
I've never said that.
You said in our previous interview, the future that I imagine is not a future in which we're yelling at each other about race. It's a future in which people are legitimately revolutionary, maybe even violent.
I'm amazed that you have a tape of me saying that, and I just want to disavow it.
Okay. Y'all can't make this up, man. You can't make it up. And it's perplexing to me that he still has a platform. Dude, he has millions and millions of more people than even people that follow me. And he can get out there and just flat out say the most outlandish things that anyone has ever heard and then get on a podcast the next day or the day after and say, I never said that. That never came out of my mouth. Either he has dementia or he's a lunatic. I got a couple more clips. This is one that he lied about me. I almost sent him a cease and desist, and I'm like, man, it ain't gonna do no good. These low life nut jobs are gonna always be silly and post these things. So I'll just be better off correcting the script. Listen to what he says, and his vile hatred against Israel. Roll the clip.
Every Salem media property that I'm aware of has the same view. More war is good. I'm an anti-Semite. Those are two lies, by the way. Not an anti-Semite, and war is not good. Maybe it's just that every Salem host or influencer or whatever they're calling themselves is like crazy in exactly the same way, but maybe there's more to it than that.
A lot of these same influencers have been organized against you for like the last year, consistently against you for the last year. Eyal Yacobi.
Who is he?
You know, just some influencer. But he's tweeted about you probably 1,200 times.
Seriously?
Yes, in the last 8 months.
All complimentary?
No, all negative, unfortunately for you. And look,
I'm going to get to that guy in a minute, but as it stands, he said, and put my picture in it, that everybody that we know of, in his pursuit to hate Jews in Israel, for some reason, he put me in it, and Sebastian Gorka. We don't work for Salem. We, once upon a time, had a show on Salem, but the person that he didn't show was Charlie Kirk. Oh, I find it interesting that you said that everybody's views on Salem was pro-Israel, Zionist, and Charlie Kirk had probably the biggest show on Salem. He had a show on Salem before and after my show was on Salem. And I think his show is still on Salem, even after his death. And it's funny that Tucker didn't say nothing about Charlie because he do not want people to think that Charlie was a Zionist. It is pure stupidity and propaganda. Here's some other clips.
by the way,
But let me just say this. I know I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but I'm gonna say it because I feel it. Trump, please, for the love of God, and the Trump administration, can you guys, you need more dogs with you. Get some dogs on the team, man. I didn't watch this full interview, but just and Alex is I like the guy, but I didn't watch the full interview. But what I saw in the interview, it makes me feel like Trump needs some people that's willing to go doggy dog world for him. I thought this interview was too lighthearted. With this nut job, calling Trump the B word, saying that he's controlled, saying that he's committing treason, all of these things he said. When somebody from the Trump administration goes on a Tucker show, you should be whooping his ashy elbows. Everything he said, you should be calling him out for or don't go on the show. There's no capitulation. There's no we buddies, we're friends. No, we're not. You a devil and you trash our country. You trash the president. You said you're not a Republican no more. You want the Democrats to win. You want democratic socialism to win. You haven't defended Erica Kirk one time, and somehow they let you go. Man, look, man. Come on, I got too much stuff going on, but if I didn't, Trump, you need a dog in there, man. Ain't no way in the world Tucker should get away with the stuff he's saying about Donald Trump. It's just disrespectful on a G level. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get the man to man. Bro, this is disrespectful enough where you got to confront people over this. Trump ain't even my family member. But, bro, what you say? I'm going to show y'all a clip where he called Trump a B word. That's just crazy to me. Anyway, roll the clip.
By the way, like, I did see something that you were on a podcast yesterday. You said you think Israel killed Charlie Kirk.
I did not say that. I did not say that.
Okay, what was the clip then?
I said, I've never said that.
Okay.
I know a lot of people, including in the Trump administration, who think that. However, there's no proof of that.
Yeah.
What I said was two things. One, I don't know when the command came down and from whom that we have to trust everything federal law enforcement says, but I'm not obeying that. We have a moral obligation to push federal law enforcement to do the job we pay them to do, which is to investigate the crimes fully. And so, for example, if there are people who predicted Charlie's death on Twitter, I think the rest of us can expect that they've been hauled in by the FBI for questioning, and I don't think they have been.
So, I don't know about that, but okay. I do know what what you're talking about, the Discord chats.
No, I'm specifically talking
TikTok.
I'm talking about the Twitter posts.
Oh.
That seemed to predict Charlie's death. Maybe that
I don't know if that's been investigated. I would love for that to be.
This is the thing I'm talking about, man. This is the thing I'm talking about, man. I don't know if y'all buddies or what, bro. When he say, I never said that. Yes, you did. You did say that. Get your producer. Pull up the clip. You literally said, Put the clip back up, just in case people missed it. You literally said that Charlie was killed by Israel, that they had something to do with it. You literally said it. Roll the clip.
Charlie Kirk was murdered.
Yeah.
And he was not murdered for his opinions on transgenderism, obviously. He was, I believe, and most people who knew him well, as I did, and was friends with him as I was, believe he was most likely murdered for his evolving views on Israel. So I get it.
All right, time out. What does that mean? He's evolving views on Israel. That means that you believe Israel has something to do with it. You don't think the trans adjacent dude killed him because of Israel. Where would you get that information from? That kid has not mentioned it. There's no text. There's no Discord channel. There's nothing pertaining to anything that had anything to do with Israel. So you are alluding that you think Israel has something to do with this. You don't think Tyler Robinson thought it killed him over Israel? But these people get out here and say this, and then you go, I never said it. Some people that watched me got mad at me for criticizing him over it. He just said he never said it. And then Alex ain't really getting on his butt. Get on his butt over this stuff, man. Well, I want somebody to be investigated. Who said that these people aren't being investigated? Where's your record that the FBI haven't talked to these people? Where is that at? Finish the clip.
I think a lot of people are nefariously using Charlie's passing for self-gain. And I think that's wrong.
But also for ideological ends and foreign imperatives. Like, that's really clear to me. Like, how did this become about that? If it's really just about transgenderism, then why is every person insisting it's only about transgenderism also attacking the MOU? Like, what are we looking at now, Alex Brusewitz? Like, I don't know. I'm a medium IQ person, maybe even a low IQ person, but I'm just like noting what's happening and asking, what does it add up to? And I don't know.
Good question.
But it's weird.
I hear you.
No, time out. See, Alex shouldn't say, I hear you. No, you don't hear him. What do you mean it's weird? It's not added to what? Alex, you work at the White House. What do you mean? What do you mean it's weird? It's not adding up to what are you supposed to add up to? Because you didn't read the affidavit and you don't know anything about investigations, you haven't researched anything, that is somehow weird to you. This is where you got to push back on this dude. And you don't get to laugh and go, it's weird. It's weird. Well, what's weird about it? Let's talk about it. Oh, you don't have any substance. Finish the clip.
You should be a shrink, man. You have such a calming. I hear you.
I think that Erica gets treated incredibly unfairly by the media, by the pundit class. I think she's got such a tough thing going on for her.
It's the worst thing I can imagine.
And she wanted to be strong. And, Charlie put on a show. Everything he did, he put on a great show.
Yeah.
And people are criticizing Erica for continuing in Charlie's footsteps with the fireworks.
I haven't read a word of that.
I think it's been.
Be honest with you.
I think a lot of it's been pretty unfair. I think they asked some fair questions, but I think the treatment of her generally has been horrible, and I think people should apologize to her.
Well, I was texting with her yesterday, and
what does that got to do
about? Yeah, so whatever personal stuff, but there are a few people I feel sadder for than her.
Yeah.
Because the fact is, no matter where you are in anything, here's a woman who's a widow with 2 small kids.
Yep. And those 2 small kids just had their first Father's Day without Charlie.
I'm aware. Yeah. No.
And no, we want justice for Charlie. And
we should be demanding it.
Yeah. But I think it's a disservice to use him for political gain
or for agree.
Gain of viewership on their podcast.
It's a disservice for Netanyahu to make it about Netanyahu, which he did.
That was a unique press
disgusting.
Yeah, I don't think that was necessary. That's the one guy.
See, time out. Here you go. This is what I'm saying. I love you, Alex, but what is this? He just jumped all the way to Netanyahu, man. Ain't nobody talking about Netanyahu. He said it's a disservice to Charlie's family. Tucker Carlson can't internalize that because he's a part of the problem. So he jumps to Netanyahu. And then, and my thing is this, I listened to what Netanyahu said when Charlie Kirk died. Well, he gave him condolences. He gave his condolences. He said, man, I'm sorry, Charlie was an American patriot. He loved his country. He was a great man. He supported Israel. No other leader said anything positive about Charlie Kirk. Only Netanyahu did. I respected the fact that he gave him his flowers. How is that weird? It's only weird because people are stupid. If it wasn't Netanyahu and the Jordanian president said this, nobody would care. Same thing, same language. If Putin said it, nobody would care. But because Netanyahu said, it's sad, give his condolences to Charlie Kirk and his family, it's weird. And then Alex is, I didn't think it was weird. No, it wasn't weird. What's weird about it? All right, finish the clip.
I think he's chronically online. I don't think there's anything overtly nefarious. I think Bibi's chronically online.
Really?
I think he very much cares about the sentiment about him on social media in America. That's why he saw, and he has the problem of people that are chronically on. Ron DeSantis was chronically online. We took advantage of him for being chronically online during the 24 primary.
Personally checking his phone?
Yes. Scrolling, seeing what people say about him.
Really?
All right. There's nothing wrong with Bibi Netanyahu, a world leader, our biggest ally. We give him billions of dollars a year in resources. Charlie Kirk had a relationship with Bibi. He called him on the phone. They talked on the phone. Charlie wrote a letter to Bibi. It's not like he was a random person giving commentary on a random shooting in Chicago. This was a person that he actually had communication with before he died. It is not odd that he would say that. And let me just give y'all a quick glimpse of who Charlie thought was going to kill him and who were incredibly violent. Roll the clip.
At the core of the left, at the core of a liberal, is someone that would use the sword if they had it. They are very violent people at their core. They always have been. They can't debate. They can't have conversation. So they'll resort to these tactics. They're going to do everything they possibly can to try to murder this movement because they can't beat us. So they're going to try to take weapons. And no, we're very aware of that. I'm aware of it. We have to have full-time security. This is not a joke. This is who these people are.
And then when one of them kills him, we act like we confused and we don't know what happened. We don't know who's responsible. It's got to be this. It's got to be exploding microphones. It's got to be the government. It's got to be Benjamin Netanyahu. It's got to be Israel. It's got to be his wife. He just told you. All right, so Black Line Security Operations, we have the capability to monitor threats online. We did a run of Charlie Kirk's threat level. You know how astronomically crazy the threats were against him? And they were not for Jews or Zionists. It was for these leftist nut jobs that want to kill him every time he go anywhere. They hate his guts. It's all over online. It was all over Discord. We know who killed Charlie. And we know why. They want to kill all of us. When I look at my threats, the threats are the same people. These nutty lunatics. It's not Zionists. It's either these Muslims that absolutely hate us, or it's these leftist nut jobs that want us to die because we don't believe in socialism and communism. All they do is talk about Charlie. Every time you see all the other influencers, what are they doing? We're going to Kirk you. You're going to get Charlie Kirk. You're going to do all these other things. What are they mad at us for saying? They mad at us for believing in American values. They're mad at us for loving our country. They're mad at us because we call out the LGBTQ nonsense. They're mad at us because we don't want a man swinging his pee-pee in the women's locker room. They're mad at us. It's not foreign. It's domestic. All these nut jobs trying to kill Trump. What are they trying to kill him for? Who are these people? Leftists. They did a shooting at the Border Patrol detention center. Dude got a rifle in Dallas shooting people at the detention center. All these lunatics that tried to kill Donald Trump, all leftists, nut jobs. There's probably been plenty of attempts on Charlie Kirk's life. They just weren't successful until the last one. All leftists, all nut jobs. Who threatened me online? I had a guy threaten us online. He hated me because I'm a Zionist He hated me because I'm a conservative, and he said he's gonna come and kill my family, and he ended up mentioning Donald Trump in it, which is how it got escalated. It's not Jews. It's leftist nut jobs. Antifa in the streets. All these people are leftists. Oh, Jesus of Nazareth. I got some more clips. I forgot we had a couple more clips of Mr. Dum Dum. Let's do A6 and then A10, and I think that's it. All right, roll it.
Why do you think Trump decided to end the war right now?
Trump is super sophisticated about certain things, but he's not stupid. He understands that you can manipulate commodities markets and financial markets, and they certainly have for a while, but not forever. But I think there's a sense in which he kind of convinced himself that wasn't true with all the posturing about, well, we've got our oil and we've got Venezuela's oil. Like, he just kept repeating it, including to me, so much that I think he just felt like it's going to be fine. We're going to decapitate their leadership structure and the country's going to collapse. Basically, CIA, and they told him, no, Iran is not a dictatorship, despite what they tell you on Fox News. So you can kill the entire top echelon of leadership in Iran and they just be replaced by the next guys who would make the same decisions. And that's literally what happened. That's literally what happened. Scores of them were assassinated. And the country didn't collapse, and the government kept going. It was even a little bit more hardline. It had the opposite of the intended effect. So Trump saw that. He's like, ooh, and he knew right away this was a massive mistake and that we were really exposed. And there was no obvious military solution. So he tried to posture his way out of it. We're going to eliminate you. And after like the 400th Truth Social, they reached the same conclusion that everyone on the globe reached, which is this guy's not strong, he's weak. Strong people don't brag about how strong they are. They just punch you in the face and end the conversation. My father would always say there are two types of guys, and you got to be careful of the second. They're the first who are like, say it again, push you in the chest. You don't have to worry about those guys. And then the other guys don't say anything, just knock you cold. Those are the people you need to be afraid of. And Trump is very much, what'd you say? Shut up, bitch.
Now, you hear what he just said? You hear what he just called Trump? Bro, let's play it again. I want y'all to be very clear what he just called Trump. I want you to listen to it. We're not editing out, right? We're not going to blur the cuss out. We're going to play it. Listen to what he said about Donald Trump. It's the amount of disrespect is asinine to me. Roll the clip.
And I think everyone knows that intuitively. And Trump is very much, what'd you say? Shut up, bitch. I don't take you seriously. No, I'm not being mean, but like, come on.
Right.
Hey, look, Trump ain't asked me to be a part of the administration. Brother would never say that about my president. I mean, bro, you didn't went too far. I don't even say them words about Tucker, and I can't stand his butt. You're the president of the United States, and then people come on the show and they want to be nice to him. No, bro, it's whooping time. I'm lost for words. He would come on there and say that about Donald Trump. Claim that he's his friend. What kind of friend are you, bro? You tell him private conversations. You now call him a B word. It's crazy to me. Anyway, got a couple super chats. Let's get to them real quick. And then we're going to get to this next clip of the ratchetness. The ratchet, twerking at a pool party. Oh, Lord, it's bad. All right, give me the super chat. Something ain't right here. Is it a super chat above this that you're showing me? Because I think it's another super chat up there. Okay. All right, super chat from Mauricio. I think it's Mauricio91. I see why they call crazy people mad, angry, and love will drive you to some crazy ends. Appreciate the super chat. K9 Element, it says, how do we get this false narrative to end? Tucker and Candace must be stopped from poisoning people's minds. That's the last super chat. Y'all, I'm not supposed to go into this. We got another clip, but I need to answer that super chat. I'm perplexed at the narrative. Can I be heart to heart with y'all real quick? I am perplexed at what I hear from the two people that were mentioned. I am perplexed. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. I cannot. Every day, me and my wife go, what? What is going on here? Erica Kirk has done nothing wrong. She's done nothing to nobody. I worked for Turning Point before Charlie met Erica. There's nothing she's changed. She's kept everything Charlie wanted. The staff, name, everything. His show is still going. The events are the same. Everything's the same. Turning Point USA, the way they function is no worse than when Charlie was there. She's done nothing but keep his legacy going. Nothing. And now everybody's mad at her for nothing because she wore leather pants at a mother freaking show. And y'all mad at leather pants. She's crazy she got leather pants. Who gives a about leather pants? She can wear what she want to wear. She killed her husband because she got leather pants on. I just can't believe it. I know Erica. I talked to her on the phone. Wow, she's doing nothing but being a widow and trying to protect the legacy of her husband. And she's getting drugged. I see it on the comment section. Oh, she really wanted the fame. You know how stupid you gotta be to think that Erica rather Charlie be dead right now than alive? How stupid can you be? Where is your mind? You think she wanna sit there with them kids by herself, wondering where daddy's at for Father's Day, his birthday, Christmas? You think that she want that? What are you thinking? Where's the motive? You money? Some of y'all stupid enough to believe it. Don't be stupid. Pushing stupidity. Oh, it's conspiracy around Charlie's death. I pray to God that everybody that's pushing false narratives knowingly and intentionally, that God serve you right. Because none of this would be afoot if it wasn't for people going online lying for clicks and money and fame, and they're jumping on the bandwagon. How do you know, Brandon? I could have jumped on the bandwagon, and I'd be making 10 times the money I'm making. I could have jumped on a conspiracy theory. I'm a former cop. I could lie to y'all about all kind of stuff. And you wouldn't know the difference because many of you guys have not had exposure to it. These people are lying. There is no conflict. They know who killed Charlie. All the evidence you need is there. People get online and lie to you because it's juicy. Lord have mercy, man. Every day I wake up, I'm shocked at the stuff I see. I told my team we were going to do a little Q&A, answer the questions. We may have to do it tomorrow, but I want to do a Q&A where I answer everybody's questions about the Charlie trial. Because people are saying things that's easily debunkable if you had somebody that cared and had common sense. The ambulance didn't show up. Well, they don't show up in an active shooting. They can't. They won't. How do you know, Brandon? I know what protocol is, and I've been there before. I had a dude with his brains hanging out. I had to run him a half a block to the ambulance because they don't show up to an active scene. They're not coming to save you. If one of us got shot, we don't wait on the ambulance. We throw our brother in the back of the car and we drive to the hospital. We don't wait on them. They can't show up. They don't have vests. They don't have guns. They're not allowed to go in an active shooting scene. They have to wait until we get on the air and say, it is clear. Have meds move in, it's clear. Scene is secure. And these people know that, but they tell you the fake thing anyway. All right, let's get to this. God, man. Y'all have no idea how much it bothers me every single day I wake up. I wake up and I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe they're doing this to Charlie Kirk. I can't believe that people that said that they were his friends and that they love him is trapping all over his wife. Why he's dead. He can't defend her. And they're going after her. They're going after his legacy. They're going after Turning Point. This will tell you the difference between a true friend and somebody who's taking advantage of you. A true friend says, how can I help? How can I support his wife now that he's dead? How can I help Turning Point if they're not functioning right, if things aren't going right? How can I help them do it better? I don't tear it down. What are we doing here? That man died. I'm not coming after his wife. Erica Kirk got a pass unless she do something criminal. And she say something off. She say something weird. She wears something crazy. She does something awkward or something. It's fine. Ain't got nothing to do with me. That's my brother's wife. I consider Charlie like a brother to me. That's my brother's wife. Hey, she off limits, bro. You can't talk about her. None of you got a problem with me. That's how I want my friend to treat my wife if I pass away. Then I know you got my back and you gonna take care of me, make sure my wife good. If the man didn't love Erica, he wouldn't have been married to her. And then the people you can't be his friend if you tearing his wife down. Why you didn't tear her down when he was alive? Why y'all didn't tear Erica down and talk trash about her when he was alive? I don't understand. And people come after me and they go, oh, you say you were a cop. I knew Charlie. Y'all didn't know Charlie. I spent time with Charlie. Y'all never knew Charlie. I knew Charlie before y'all even knew anything about TPUSA and politics. I considered him to be a friend to me. You think I don't want to know who killed him? First time I've ever cried in my life publicly. And my wife had never seen me cry before. Until Charlie died and I was on a live stream and I cried. You think I don't want justice for Charlie Kirk? I've been supporting them before Charlie met Erica Kirk. And you think I don't want justice for Charlie. You think Brandon Tatum, a man with integrity, a law enforcement experience, is gonna get out here and tell you, I'm just gonna say some stuff just because Israel or something. You gotta be stupid, man. Listen to the guy who knew Charlie the best. Listen to somebody who stood up for Charlie. And listen to somebody who's standing by Charlie's family and standing by his organization and standing by his legacy. That's who you listen to. You don't listen to somebody that's sharing his text messages for fame. I never share nobody text messages after they die. Never. I don't care if TMZ said, I'm gonna give you $300,000 if you share your buddy text message. I never share it with you. He didn't want me to, that's why he texted to me and he didn't put it out on the air. I could never do nobody like that. I couldn't do nobody wife like that, man. That woman just trying to take care of them kids and people out here putting her out here and put a target on her back and she didn't do nothing. Said she had Fort Huachuca. Can't even say Huachuca right. Yeah, Fort Huachuca. You think she had Fort Huachuca? Plotting the death of her husband so she could be a single mom. I swear to God, y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop this sugar honey iced tea. Y'all gotta stop, man. And I'm talking to all the people in the comment section that's just steady going on this every day. Do some research. Go and read the affidavit for the trial. Go and look at the proof, the probable cause statement. Go look at the evidence that's been presented. The trial is getting ready to start next week or so. Pay attention, it's live. You don't have no effing excuse when the trial proceeds and you are uninformed. You have no excuse. I don't want to hear nothing from you. It's going to be publicized. And for all you weirdos that's saying the FBI is tricking it and the prosecutor, first of all, the FBI is not investigating this crime. It's a state crime. It's a murder charge on a state level. The FBI uses resources to assist the state prosecutor. It's not investigated on a federal level. It's not tried in a federal court. So first of all, get your facts right. The prosecution want it public. The defense don't want it public. Tell me who's trying to fraud you or not. If they tricking you and they want to hide all the evidence, then why do they want it public? Use your common sense. Why do they want it public? If Charlie Kirk's wife believes that Tyler Robinson killed her husband and she's privy to the evidence that the prosecution has, why don't you listen to her? Instead of somebody that didn't know Charlie. People wasn't even at his a wedding. Wasn't even cool with Charlie. Wasn't at his memorial. People wasn't even really with him, ain't really rocking with him like that. And y'all listen to him and not listen to the woman that he loved. It's crazy to me, man. Tucker and them out here. I don't know. You got to be an evil person to be doing stuff like this, man. I just, for me to do it and I know that it's wrong and I do it anyway, I got to be evil. And I don't have that in me to be evil. You know, I'll finish it with this, man. Charlie Kirk was a good dude. Yeah, me and him didn't always agree on certain things. I didn't always agree with some things he said at Turning Point. 99% of it I did agree. That dude was a good dude. He had a good heart. He meant well in everything he did. He was one of the strongest Christians that I knew. He believed in it. He followed it. He practiced it. He went out every day trying to make the country a better place. He poured his whole life into Turning Point USA, his entire life. All in Turning Point USA. And for you to love him or care about him and want to tear that down, that's crazy to me. If anything, make it better. Give your 2 cents. Go donate. Got people out here didn't even help his family when he died. We gave them almost a $500,000 check. Anyway. Oh, my God. Let's get to the next story, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to get this off my chest. I'm so frustrated with this. It's crazy. Let's get to some other story. I could talk about this for 3 hours, man. I can't believe they doing this to Charlie Kirk. I cannot believe it. Microphone blowing up on him. You really think a microphone blew up? Who planted it? Who planted a microphone to blow up on his chest? And Charlie wouldn't know that a microphone ain't normal. He put that microphone on all the time. He didn't know it was normal. And you think Turning Point, man, they hustling to get an event going. And you telling me they coordinated a murder. They scratching, they pulling their hair out just to get stuff to an event. And they done plotted a whole murder. You mother, you know what, man? I can't believe it. Terrell put a bomb in the thing. They all want to lose their job to blow up Charlie Kirk. Because he was changing his mind on Israel privately. You stupid son of a guns. I'm going to call y'all out, man. You got to be stupid. Oh, they blew up Charlie Kirk. Turning Point killed their founder. Why would they want to do that? So they can lose everything? They don't kill them so they can all be homeless. That's like my team killing me. Hey, when I die, it's all over. Everybody go home. You got to go find somewhere else to work. It's over. All your aspirations at Officer Tatum Enterprise is gone because I'm dead. And y'all stupid enough to think that Turning Point done got the man killed. That cash cow. He was everything at Turning Point. Hundreds of millions of dollars of donations because of Charlie Kirk. And they want to kill him to put who up? Who's going to do 140 speaking engagements a year? Who? Who's going to debate on campus at Oxford? Who? Who you think? Who you think they had somebody in the arsenal? I love Erica Kirk. Erica Kirk ain't finna go debate 140 times or be all over the world. He was just in South Korea. I think it was South Korea. Yeah, it was Seoul, South Korea. Ain't nobody can do what Charlie can do. Everybody knew it. Nobody will ever be able to do what Charlie can do. And y'all think they killed him so they can go out of business. You gotta be stupid. That's like Tesla. The people at Tesla kill Elon. Yeah, that makes it. They gonna kill Elon so his baby mama can take over. Quit being stupid, man. That dude is the heart and soul of everything X, SpaceX, and everything. He the brain, boy. And y'all talking about somebody done killed him. If anything, people be using him until he die. All right, let me move on. These people can't even tell you who killed Charlie. They asked him who killed him. It was Jews. What was it? It was Israel. It was a bomb. I don't know who planted the bomb, but it was a bomb though. When you got a guy who confessed that's in jail right now, and his little booty partner is testifying against him. But that don't count because Israel did it. The Jews did it. Their biggest ally in America, they killed him. But they didn't touch Tucker and anybody else. Y'all stupid, boy. I'm move on, I promise. The Jews did it. The Jews, he was changing his mind against the Jews. And so they had to take him out. But they didn't take Tucker. Tucker's fine. All of the Jew haters are fine except the dude that loved the Jews. Out of everybody they could have did, they got with Charlie, who loved the Jews and was the biggest Zionist I knew personally. But all of the anti-Semites, they don't even do nothing with. And they are so swift, they own all the media, they run Trump, but they can't get to these so-called people who are all anti-Semites. These people running around with no security and stuff. They can't get to them, but they're going to go for Charlie. All right. Black fatigue. Let's get to it. Now, Shanae and them, the second craziest thing that I experienced in my life outside of the craziness around Charlie Kirk is these people of color. How do you turn a pool party into a freaknik and people going to jail? And then you wonder, why white people look at y'all this way? Because white people in a quiet community, mowing their grass, walking their dog, and then somebody down the block throw a pool party where the Negroids show up, and this is what happened. Roll it.
We start with a story out of Birmingham where a pool party Saturday spiraled out of control, drawing dozens of people to a quiet neighborhood and leaving residents really frustrated.
Time out.
As Erica Erickson,
to a white neighborhood. This saying white. Quit lying, lady. You got to keep it real, right? A bunch of Negroes to a white neighborhood. Peaceful. And look at what they in the street doing. Roll it.
Shows us they want answers from city officials.
Right now, it's quiet here on Westchester Way, but over the weekend, neighbors describe, quote, total chaos. Now, people who live on and near Westchester Way say someone rented out their pool, but then it got out of control. The noise, they say cars were parked in driveways, women twerking on top of cars, people driving on lawns, property damage. We're told there was a hit and run involving a parked car, people openly intoxicated, and one neighbor says they even witnessed two people engaging in a sexual act. Several neighbors are upset with the police response, but police say the homeowner and the host were ticketed. Take a look at this violation. Police were just here about 30 minutes ago. Now, we've spoken with nearly a dozen neighbors at this point. We've spoken with police, we've reached out to the city, and we just spoke to the host of that party. We've got a lot more coming up on Local 4 News at 6. In Birmingham, I'm Erica Erickson, Local 4.
Hey, y'all got to stop that drone, man. I can hear that thing going. Y'all got to do something else. All right. I know y'all want to be innovative. That drone was trash. But anyway, y'all see them white people sitting outside looking at the animals running through the street. And it's not all black people. But we talking about, you know who we talking about. If the shoe fit, wear it. All the smart black people know what we talk about. Every black person that's normal and that's successful, when they hear me say what I'm saying, they think the same thing. They know we ain't talking about us. We talking about these fools. Roll the clip. Can't even go to Taco Bell. Thank God they don't know how to fight. People be actually really injured. Taco Bell. What's the next one? We got a ton of these. Let's go to the airport in Philly. At the airport, everybody trying to get on an airplane. How do they end up fighting at the airport? Next one. What is going on? Wigs flying off, hair pieces, and look at this one, man. What's this? A birthday, a graduation? Somebody didn't push grandma down. How you gonna push granny down? Y'all can't keep your stuff together not to push Big Mama on the ground. Roll the clip.
It's going down. It's
Look
going
at
down.
these fools.
It's going down. It's going down. Oh, grandma, y'all done pushed grandma down. Oh my gosh, why? Come over here. Why? Oh my God. Oh my God.
Auntie done throw a hip out because these YNs acting a fool. Here go on the Carnival cruise. Come on.
So this was the scene from a recent Carnival.
And if you watch the film, the people who are filming are entertained by it. They're not even stopping it. They don't have any. They're laughing. It's just cultural. We got 3 more clips I want to show you. Roll it.
A teen mother abandons her toddlers in a stroller to join a fight in Arkansas. The mother left her 2 toddlers in a stroller unattended in the middle of a large crowd where a lot of people were fighting. The mother fought with another woman and then returned back to grab her children. What do you guys think should happen?
Jail and CPS and all of the above. Prison, firing squad. How you gonna roll your kid up and leave it and fight? I don't even know how these fights are even starting like this. Here's the last one. This is the last one. It's on a cruise again. That's why y'all listen. I'm telling you. Y'all need to tell the cruise line. Give me a breakdown of the races. You said it's 50% black. I'm getting off of this one. I need another one. Show me the breakdown. How many black people on this thing? Because if it's too many, but look at this. You see white people in the clip, don't you? White man. But look who fighting though. Roll it. Stop that. All the white people sitting there watching. Mexicans, I don't know what who they are, but it ain't black. Everybody sitting there watching and yelling, my kid, and all the people, black people in the middle beating each other to death. Last one, come on, last one. Hallway fight on another cruise. He look like kids. All right. Now that your cortisol levels are high, the moral of the story is stay away from these people, man. Stay away from these people, man. I know people gonna get mad at me for saying some of this stuff, man. I'm just keeping it real because if for some reason the melanated people don't want to keep it real, like we gotta do something different, man. Or what's gonna happen is that it's gonna keep getting worse, and the best of us are gonna move away. And we want to be safe. We want to be clean. We don't want to be fighting no more. Why do you say that, Brandon? I grew up in that environment, man. I don't want to be around none of that stuff, man. That stuff is low vibration, low energy weirdness. These people have no business doing what they're doing. All right. Should we do one more or what? All right, we're going to do Mamdani. We're going to do Mamdani. Pause. All right. Put the socialist on the screen. He got a face that make you just want to. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. You fill in the blank in your mind. Just look at that face. He looks like a devil. You know how people, like, the Bible say what's on the inside will come out? What a man thinketh, so is he. When you thinking of evilness and being a devil, your face start contorting to being demonic. He has a demonic look. And I know a lot of you guys know he looks like a devil and a con artist on his face. Roll the clip.
So there was also a take, it's not just Democrats. You've probably heard what President Trump had to say about you and about the candidates you supported. And he warned that if socialists win, and he calls you communists, but you will start living in squalor. There'll be no food, no housing, no military, no law and order. There'll be nothing. And he had a few other choice words. By the way, he also said he still likes you. But what do you make of what he? I mean, the Republicans are going to make you the poster child for the Democratic Party.
Let them. We don't have to ask ourselves what life looks like if a socialist wins. I won last November, and over the course of these last 6 months, what we've delivered for working people are the very things we were told were impossible. We've delivered free childcare for 2-year-olds for the first time in New York City history.
Time out. Free childcare for 2-year-olds. That's just 2-year-olds. Man, what is that gonna do for kids all the way up the spectrum? Free childcare for 2-year-olds. Like they're the only people in the country that need childcare. What about 3-year-olds? 4-year-olds, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can't leave them at home. Gotta go to work. So you got 2-year-olds, and that's an accomplishment. Roll it.
We've delivered tens of millions of dollars back to tenants who were taken advantage of by bad landlords. We've delivered 165,000 potholes being paved. And we've done all of these things while also delivering the lowest recorded crime in our city's history. That's what it looks like to have democratic socialism. And what you're seeing is that New Yorkers experienced this for 6 months and made the decision that they wanted to see more of it on the national stage as well.
Now explain, what did he do to make the crime go down? Free stuff? Is that okay? That's what he's saying. So if everybody gets stuff for free, then the crime will go down. Make this stuff make sense. Here's another clip that should shock you. Roll it.
One of the candidates you supported who won, who knocked off an incumbent Democrat,
is
Darlisa Villa-Chalier. She said some very controversial things, including calling for the abolition of prisons, couldn't say whether or not somebody who had committed murder should be in prison, called for open borders against all deportations, including those of violent criminals. How does abolishing prisons or having open borders fit into that? I mean, do you see how those are ideas that a lot of your Democrats that are warning about what happened here say are toxic? Most of America won't go along with it. Are bad ideas. They're dangerous ideas.
I think what the focus of her race was, what the focus of her candidacy was about the struggle that working people are facing. And I think that we can have disagreements on policy positions. What we have to agree on is what are we fighting for and who are we fighting for? She showed that in her race, and I think that many people will come to appreciate that in her leadership to come.
So we can disagree on something as basic as whether or not there should be prisons?
That's
not your position.
There are prisons,
yes.
And what we're also showing in this city is that safety is not something that's up for debate. it's something that we're actually delivering on. And I'm proud to be the mayor of a city that currently has the lowest recorded number of murders and shootings in recorded history in New York City.
Bruh, I hope y'all paying attention. He did not deny that this woman ran on a campaign to abolish the police, to abolish prisons. Do you understand what about the abolition of, that's the right term? Abolition of prisons? The abolishing of prisons? You know what that means, bruh? So why wouldn't you mow somebody down because you're mad at them? Why wouldn't you take advantage of women? Because who cares? You're not go to jail. Well, you know what I'm saying? Well, like, do you know how crazy the world would be if it was no prisons? I mean, where do you go if you commit a murder? Where do you go if you commit a crime? Where do you go if you're drinking and driving and you run somebody's kids over and kill them and there's no prison? Where do you go? You stay at home? Well, then what's stopping you from doing it? I mean, you know how many people gonna lose their life if people don't go to prison for unaliving people? That's like, there's people waiting. Like, oh boy, I will knock half of these people off if I don't go to prison over it. What sense does that make? Doing coke, selling drugs, selling butt, you name it. People be doing everything, you don't go to jail. You may be mad, I want your car, I'm gonna kill you and take your car and I'm gonna drive it around because I can't go to jail over it. That's she's saying, abolish prisons. She didn't say make prisons better. She didn't say make it more reasonable. She didn't say, prisons for more punitive crime. Abolish. They want no prisons. And I want y'all to notice this one thing. They never talk about lowering taxes. They only talk about taking more taxes to do more stuff. They never scale back. How about you guys say no taxes on people under 30? You want people to have more money in their pocket, stop taxing them. Oh, no, they don't want to stop taxing you. When you look at the line items on your paycheck, no, they don't want that one to go away. They don't want you paying $14,000 to $100,000 a year in taxes that could be in your pocket providing for your family. No. They want that number to stay consistent, but they want the landlord to not raise your rent. How about they just lower your taxes? That's the difference in your rent. How about they lower no property tax on people under 30? No income tax, no state sales tax on people under 30. They'll never do that because they don't care about your money. They just want to cheat you into stealing more of your money, then offer you free stuff on the money you paid. You paying taxes for the free stuff. Ain't nothing free. They just tell you it's free, so you feel better about paying them more money when they can actually not have you pay the government anything. No state, no federal tax. Imagine if it was no state tax and no federal tax on people under 30. You're talking billions of dollars of revenue back to the people. Nobody has to change anything. No landlord, no nothing. They just give you your money back. They'll never do that. They just go taking more and promising more. All right, there's 2 more clips and then we out of here. All right, roll it.
There's resentment. And this is from fellow Democrats who think that this could jeopardize Democratic chances in the fall. I mean, you got Josh Gottheimer, a Democratic member of Congress, says, many of us believe, as do I, if you're a socialist, you are not a Democrat. And in fact, they put out a manifesto today. I don't know, have you seen this thing?
Sounds pretty socialist to me.
It's not a communist manifesto. It's a moderate manifesto saying, we are capitalist, not socialist. We believe in a growing, fair, and competitive economy, entrepreneurship, ownership. I mean, this is a direct response. They've made it clear to what you did here on Tuesday.
Well, I mean, that's great, but what's a party if not its voters? And I'm proud to sit in front of you as the mayor of our city, having received more than 1 million votes a little less than a year ago. And when we're talking about these incredible congressional candidates, they won their races, and they won their races with a vision of what politics should be, and one that actually speaks to working people. And for a lot of people who ask themselves, what does democratic socialism mean? And you can tell them the answer at a theoretical level. It's the choice to extend democracy from the ballot box the rest of their lives. But in terms of what it means over these last 7 months, we've seen a city with democratic socialist principles at the heart of it within our administration. And what we've delivered has been record lows when it comes to murders and shootings.
So is it pragmatic democratic socialism?
I think democratic socialism at the heart is pragmatic, because if we cannot deliver for working people, then what is this for? I'm not interested in writing a manifesto or frankly in reading one. I'm interested in delivering, and that's exactly what we've been showing.
Yeah, we talk about socialism. This is like I don't know if people just don't know the history of this country, or like me and the wife was watching a documentary on what was his name? God dang it, I didn't forgot his name. I forget his name. I got like 3 names popping up in my head. My wife probably know it. But we're watching the founding. You guys probably can help me. I'm afraid to say the wrong name. It was in the early stages of our country in 1775, 76. Right around that time period. What is his name? God dang it! No. Ask my wife. Somebody go ask my wife. She should be over there. Why can't I think it? I just don't want to say the name wrong and look stupid. But he goes, you guys probably know it in the comment section. He goes and he brings his family over to Kentucky. They build little forts there, and they fight the natives and all of these things that they were talking about. And it was crazy because we literally seceded. We left Daniel Boone. I knew it was Daniel Boone. I was like, Daniel Boone though? But we ended up leaving British rule because they were imposing taxes on us without representation and causing us to be under the thumb. And we said we want freedom. We want capitalism. We want to be able to own our own land. We want to be able to get up from under the elbow of the government. That's how this country was founded. People died for that principle. And what are we doing electing a socialist in the most capitalist city in the world? And it's not going to end well. 6 months, the crime rate is down, lowest in history. You were in there for 6 months. You telling me in 6 months you everybody quit wanting to kill each other. All the guns off the street. No police intervention. Just everything is. Yeah, hey, y'all in New York, y'all voted for him. So when they start hitting the fan, don't come over here. Stay in the East Coast. All right. Here's can Democrat socialists be president? Hey, what's that clip that we had of the guys on the panel describing Democrat socialism? Yeah, let's play that clip. That clip was pretty interesting because the guy, like, I forget his name on there, but he articulated very clearly what Democrat socialism is. And these are the people that Mamdani and them all are associated with. Listen to what he said.
Understand. I'm trying to wrap my head around what the movement actually represents. So I've spent some time on the website of the Democratic Socialists of America. I'm just going to run through a couple of pages that caught my eye. The first of them is this. It speaks of Medicare for all, ending the war on drugs, fighting mass incarceration and police brutality, college for all, housing for all, and support for working families. And then when I go deeper, I see this. Public ownership of large corporations, free everything, debt cancellation, Medicare for all with zero cost sharing, tuition-free college plus free room and board, full student debt cancellation, universal child care, and universal rent control. Voting rights for non-citizens, universal suffrage, it says, would extend full voting rights to non-citizens, and open borders, immigration, freedom of movement, let workers migrate freely without restrictive immigration controls, etc.
You guys know how crazy that is? Like, I think we're in a war and we don't understand it. And we watching basketball games and the Knicks win, and we're not realizing that these people are trying to take over the country. and they're going to screw us at some point because you need capital in order to have socialism. How do you generate capital? They're gonna let the leverage and capital from capitalism fund their socialism, and then they run out of money. The only way I think socialism could have a chance is through AI. If they automate, I don't think it makes sense because you don't want the government running everything. Because then the government don't like what you say, and now your company gone. Your bank account froze. This is how we ended up fighting for independence in 1776. Because of this very thing, dude. Like, what are we talking about? And now you want the government to control businesses, and the government can't do nothing right. DMV, wrongest. They're not proficient. Let me just say this. Just use your common sense. If everybody had free education, there's still going to be disparities. Why? Because some people are not going to study. Some people are not going to finish their degree, even if it's free. And y'all going to be back to square zero. Let me add this. If everybody had a bachelor's degree, everybody can't work. So they're going to have to find out. All you're doing is creating unduly competition that don't really exist. You're just making it harder for people to sparse through all these regular people that got a bachelor's degree that did not work hard enough to get it. They're just handing them out like cakes. And then what happens is when you have everybody have the bachelor's degree, it ain't gonna mean nothing. That's like back in the day when you had a high school diploma, it meant something. And then when college started becoming more prominent, if everybody have a college degree, it's not gonna mean anything. People are gonna need a master's degree. And then when everybody get a master's degree, how far are you gonna pay for college? Through a doctorate? Everybody have a doctorate degree. Doctorate degree ain't had no value. That's like if everybody had a Mercedes-Benz. You can't sell a Mercedes-Benz for nothing. It's not going to have any value. So then you're going to go resell your Mercedes-Benz and it's not going to be worth anything. I don't know why people don't understand this, man. Look, at the end of the day, you get out of life what you put into life. You don't need to go to college anyway. It is a money grab. I don't know how y'all don't understand that. The government wants to make money off of you going to college. You don't even need. Why would they have everybody go to college for free when you don't need to go to college? I'm not using my college degree. What they should do is instead of you going to college, you just go to a social program where everybody go have fun and learn how to make mistakes without dying for 4 years. Because really, the education is not what college benefits you from, in part. Most people don't even use it. It benefits you because you learn how to grow up. You learn how to socialize. You learn how to take care of responsibilities on your own. You learn how to manage your money. You learn how to, in part, you learn what it's like to move out of the nest. That's the life lessons that going to college teach you. It's not necessarily your degree. And people don't really need to pay $100,000 to experience that. All right, y'all, I'm out of here, man. We finna get out of here. I'm gonna make post-show clarity short today because I ran this show long. It's about black emo. We call it Blemo. Y'all can't wait till you see the. Can you give them a taste before we go to post-show clarity? Just a little taste of what.
We're a band from Atlanta called The Paradox. My name is Eric. I'm Zealand. Donald. Percy. She hates when I listen to Blink. When I.
She hides when I'm listening to Blink. I'm wrong. I'm emo, but I got dreads. We got to listen to Blemos in the post-show clarity. So if you want to join me, hit the join button. I'll see y'all over there. Let's roll it.